to ChiroSecure's Empowering Women in Chiropractic, the Facebook Live show for successful women by successful women, proving once again, women make it happen. Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. Now join today's host, Dr. Julie McLaughlin, as she talks learning, living, and teaching. And now, here's Dr. Julie.
Hello and welcome to ChiroSecure's Empowering Women Facebook Live show. I am super excited to be here with you this week. I am Dr. Julie McLaughlin, and you can learn more about me at vitalhealthprotocols.com. So this is a live broadcast. I have an awesome guest. And just like usual, I want you to show some love, some little hearts, some little thumbs up for ChiroSecure because they are sponsoring us and we would not be able to bring all this really great information to you without them. So my first guest here today is Terry Fledger, and she runs Chiropractic social media marketing. So Terry, welcome. I'm super excited to have you here.
Thanks. I am super excited to be here. This is an awesome show, and I love watching it myself every time.
Nice. So I met Terry a couple weeks ago. We went with another group of chiros, and we went down to Miami, and we did some great photo shoots and some videos, and we just hit it off. And the things that she does is incredible. So I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about her story. So how did you get started in this business and working with chiropractors and alternative medicine providers?
Yeah, it's a kind of a fun story because I didn't plan on doing social media. That wasn't like my long-term goal. It kind of just happened. So it was really a cool story. In 2009, actually, we were moving our practice. My husband at the time, I was married to a chiropractor. We were moving from Michigan, a really big, thriving practice, and we were moving to Tennessee and starting from scratch, which is like crazy, leaving this big practice and starting all over. And coincidentally, Facebook came out in 2009 for business pages. And so I thought to myself, wow, this is going to be a game changer. Like, this is going to be awesome to use Facebook. So I started doing the marketing for our own practice using Facebook exclusively. And the practice just boomed using Facebook. And the power of social media was so incredible. I just fell in love with it. And chiropractors from Life University and chiropractors from friends of ours from all over the country, they knew we were moving. They thought we were kind of crazy. And so they called and asked how we were doing. And we were like, great. It's just amazing. I mean, social media is really great. And so like, will you help me? And I'm like, absolutely. If I can get everybody under alternative healthcare, subluxation free and whatever kind of chiropractic you practice, that would be awesome. So I started helping other chiropractors, and they would refer them, and before you knew it, I had a business that I never intended on having, but absolutely am blessed and loved with.
Wow, that is awesome. And, we are very happy to have anybody and everybody to help us spread our message, right? I mean, and it is incredible. And the thing is that as chiropractors, we are really good at taking care of patients. We're really good at giving that adjustment. We're really good at diagnosing what they need. But we're not so good at the marketing and social media sometimes. So it's great to have somebody who has tried this. And a lot of times I'm sure it's been trial and error back and forth. So you really got it dialed into what works. So what would you say the top 3 things that you think people are misinformed about when it comes to Facebook and Facebook marketing?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's so many. If I could pick the top 3, I get doctors call me all the time and they want me to look at their social media. So I go jump on, I look at their Facebook page, and usually there's some significant problems with it. And so the number one thing I see is that on their cover photo, the big long photo at the top, there doesn't even have their name or their phone number. It's just like a picture that's lovely, but it's not like telling them their name and phone number, just the first thing that people see. And they're always like, well, yeah, but the phone number's down there or on the website. People don't want to look around. They want to jump on and see it. So that's the number one thing. And the profile picture, people always put like their logo in there. And now there's a time and a place to use that, but the majority of the time, get your logo off of your cover photo, because as people go through the news feed, they don't, if their eyes scan and see a business logo, they're really not apt to read your post. If they see a person and they're going to connect with you and they know you're in their community, they're going to read your post. So those are some things, but really what really blows my mind is so many people put posts on their page and use like these platforms that allow you to get these posts for free. But really what they're doing is they're using posts that are just taking people to another platform rather than promoting themselves. So I think really the biggest thing when people say Facebook isn't working for them, it's because they're not doing it effectively and efficiently. If they were doing it effectively, that would be a whole new story. Facebook absolutely works to bring in new patients when done correctly. And so that's probably really the top three things is they're not putting their own content or original unique content, and they're not promoting themselves and doing content frequently enough as well.
Wow. Yeah, those are really, really good points. And you see that they put their logo instead of their face, and you're like, well, I don't know who that is. It's just some company, and they got a bunch of people. And so it's in chiropractic is a very personal, profession. We're touching people is very personal. You want to have that kind of relationship. Those are great, great tips. So what are some of the things that people can do to change for themselves, their social media, and what's the biggest difference that they could make in attracting those new patients? How could they kind of just up their game a little bit?
Right. And I mean, we all want to help more people. Let's face it. So yes, absolutely. We want to use social media not only to educate our community, to let them know we're there, but we certainly want to let those people know we're available to help them. Right. So the number one thing that people really can do for themselves is to understand Facebook advertising. Facebook advertising works well and is effective. Once again, if it's done well, it works well. So I know some people that's really, it's a time consuming to learn all that. But you asked me what the biggest thing is, and it's Facebook advertising. And then the second thing would be do Facebook Lives. That's something you can just press a button and do.
Like we're doing now, right?
Yeah, like we're doing now. So that really gets engagement. Facebook really likes when people do videos and lives, and they send it out to more people. So I absolutely recommend people doing Facebook Lives. That's something they can do. Even, the biggest thing they can do to add trust and to get out to people in their community is do a Facebook Live with a patient sitting next to you and do a testimonial. Ask them some questions about why they came in and how they were helped. Easy, quick, simple, and keep it under a couple minutes. I mean, just make it very quick and simple, and people will tune into that, and those are very effective.
Oh, those are great ideas. That is really great. I always think of I got to do a testimonial with my patients, and then I got to set up the thing. But that's a great idea. You could do a Facebook Live just with your phone, like exactly. In the treatment room, right? Really quick.
Right. The thing is, if people wait till it's perfect, they'll never do it.
Right.
And I know, that's a common thing many people have, right? I'm like, the lighting's not right. I don't know what to say. There's this going on or that. But you know what? If you ask patients, we did it in our office for years. If we ask patients, hey, we really helped you with your headaches, for example. Would you like to help other people who have headaches? And they're always going to say yes. And say, great, would you just take a 30-second video with me talking about that? If you say 30 seconds, they can get past that. They're like, oh, 30 seconds I could do. If you say, can you do a couple-minute video, then they're a little bit more standoffish. But just say you can do a 30-second video, and then chances are you won't be able to get them to shut up because they're so excited about how they've gotten, right? And so that's really, really a great technique to use.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, you're right. They'll be like, "Well, and then and my cousin comes here too, and and you're going to get the whole story.
And
Oh,
they're promoting you. And they're promoting you,
yeah,
right?
no, I love that. I love that. So that I love the idea of you helping people with getting new patients and educating patients through Facebook. But I also know that you've been helping me with some of my events that I'm doing and getting patients to come to the events or doctors to come to the events.
Right.
And is there a difference between how you would think about having patients come in versus having people come to an event?
Yeah, yes, very big difference in the advertising, in the way you do the advertising. Absolutely. So getting people to come to events like talks, or a lot of my clients will do patient appreciation days, or they'll do a special 1 week event. Or a lot of people are doing dinner talks or whatever talks they're doing. And absolutely, you get people in the seats by doing Facebook ads. It definitely is very helpful to do, because Facebook has so much targeting now that I can specifically target zip codes. I can target people most apt to, spend money on alternative healthcare. You can target people who are having sciatic pain, people who are having headaches, migraines, people who go to certain types of doctors. I mean, you can really target and zoom in. And so if the target's done correctly and the ratio of money per amount of people being seen and shown this, it really helps. I had a doctor actually about a week ago who called me and said, hey, Terry, thank you so much for doing these ads. It's great for my talk. He's from Florida. And he said, you need to stop the ad. 65 people have signed up and I have 25 seats.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great problem. I love it. So
yeah,
it works well and it works effectively. Yeah.
That's really cool. So, so how do you personalize things for everybody? Because, everybody, we have a very similar message. Is it hard to be able to make things very personal to each person that you deal with?
Yeah, here's the thing. Chiropractors are a great group of people, an awesome, loving, giving, serving group of people. But they also have a wide range of how they practice, right? So very wide range of how they practice. So, of course, that's a great question. People always ask me is how do you possibly personalize service when there's this huge difference in how chiropractors practice? Well, several ways. And you can do this yourself for your own without having me do it. This is how I would personalize a page. You want to make sure that not only do you have patients that you're seeing, if you're adjusting a baby, take a picture and put it on your Facebook page, right? If it's one of my clients, I always tell them, take any pictures and just text them to me. I get it on the page for you. But certainly if you want to do it yourself, get those type of pictures on your page. If you are adjusting an athlete, if you're adjusting a family is coming in, whatever that is, if you are out with your staff and you are, celebrating, someone's been working at your office for 5 years, or you're out celebrating a birthday or a holiday, my clients always text those pictures to me so I can get them on their page. So it looks like they're doing their page, but they're not. Also, you can do that for yourself as well. So personalizing your page is important because I do come up with content 5 days a week for my docs. But supplementing it with personal posts like that is really effective because people want to see who they're dealing with, right? It's a trust factor, like you said. They really want to know who's in that office and who's behind that coat or whatever they're wearing, right? So put those personal posts on your page. Those will get way better engagement than any post, right, that you can just put out there. So I always say put both and do that, and it will really help. So that's how I do it. I have my docs text me if they want, and some they'll text like 10 or 15 pictures, and then I'll spread those out over several weeks. So it's not like they have to do a lot. And then I create personal content for each chiropractor depending on how they practice. And so
that's really cool. Yeah.
I have a really good relationship with them. And that's what makes it fun for me. Is that
that's awesome? So see, that's your personal touch. It's like that's your personal touch with the docs, and we have our personal touch with our patients.
That's right.
And I know I did just a little post. I was writing up a worksheet for one of my talks, and I had my notebook and I had my pen in my hand, and I took a picture, and it just was a picture of my hand and notebook and pen. And it was the craziest thing that got so many likes and so much. I was like, what the heck? But then I realized, like, well, my hand was in the picture, but it was something personal or something.
It's real.
Yeah, it's real. You're having dinner or whatever, it is. It's really interesting how, like they say the research with like babies when they're first born, they especially women tend to recognize faces. That's why they like dolls, and that's what they connect to.
Right.
So people are connecting to other people's faces and their human beingness. I don't know if that's even a word, but
yeah, but that's true though. I mean, people, when you do a post like that or a picture, I mean, people really like that. You want to keep it real. You want to keep it real. For sure.
No, that's awesome. That is really awesome. So I know you do a lot of things different than most people think of mainstream. And so when I was talking to you, I was like, I have all these pages and I'm making all these posts and I'm doing all these things. And so you started. So I thought, well, I've been doing Facebook for a long time and I've been doing this and that. And then I would tell everybody. So Terry calls me and says like, hey, did you know all your Facebook pages are frozen? I was like, what? I had no idea. And she was like, yeah, they're frozen. And I was like, how come I didn't know that? I mean, the algorithms, the things that they do, and you were able to get them unfrozen for me, which was awesome.
Right.
But how often do they change these things that you never even know? So you have to be in that pool swimming like all day long, every day, because, you can post here and there. I had no idea they were all frozen.
Yeah.
So,
well, you weren't being able to do ads, but we fixed that.
No, you fixed it. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. A lot of people call me and ask me, what's happened over the years. I think they're just so overwhelmed with social media because Facebook pages themselves, like personal pages, they're easy, they're fun. You just post on it whenever, right? It gets sent out to your friends and everybody sees it and it's great. So people jump on a business page thinking it's going to be the same thing, but it's a whole new ballgame. It's not like you just put a post out there and everybody sees it. You need to know how to play the algorithm game, and you need to know how frequently you need to post in order to move up your search engine optimization. And you need to know how to do ads. And you need to know how to word it. You need to know how to hashtag. And you need to know how to see if your ads are flagged. You need to know all those things. And what happens is people will make a page and then like 2 years later, they forget their password and they make another page. Then they make another page. And they'll call me and they're like, I'm in a mess. I have like 3 pages, 4 pages, I don't even know. And I'm like, it's okay. We merge the pages, we make them all one, and we can fix that all. But it is very scary and overwhelming if you don't know where to even begin with it. And it's very different than a personal page. And I think that's what kind of gets people. They're like, I don't know how to work it. So it's just not working.
Yeah. And they're saying, I don't know how to work it. It's not working. So no, but it's working. So, but I appreciate you coming and talking to me. I could talk to you all day about this. And you're just awesome. And I love what you do. And I think you've given us some real value. And so I'd also like to thank ChiroSecure for again, sponsoring Empowering Women and doing this every week, week after week. And next week, I want you to be sure to tune in because we have Dr. Natalie Beauchamp is going to be on next Thursday, 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So be sure to join in and be sure to give some love and some little hearts to ChiroSecure because they do a ton for us. So thank you, Terry, and thank you, ChiroSecure.
Thank you. You're welcome. I've had a blast. Thank you so much, Dr. Julie.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. We hope you enjoyed this week's Facebook Live event. Please like us on Facebook, comment, and share. We look forward to seeing all of you next week for another episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Now, go ahead and hit the share button and tell your friends and colleagues about the show. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. This has been a ChiroSecure production.